kept interrupting my grinding. I ain't interrupting my grinding. I ain't thinking about you. I ain't thinking about you. I ain't thinking about you.
Anybody that comes on my show, we're going to have a good conversation. It's okay to agree to disagree, just as long as we're respectful. Everyone is a product of their own experience. There will be times that you have to experience the pain in order to experience the joy. So let's talk about the experience and let's share the results. What's going on, everyone? It's your brother, your cousin, your nephew, whatever you want to call me, and I am back for another review of Love and Marriage Detroit. This is episode 11, part 1 of the reunion. Okay, I want to thank everyone for tuning in. We got 68 people watching right now. Okay, thank you, Miss Janet. Okay, I say hello, love. How are you? I see Auntie Rita in here, Auntie Nikki, Auntie Mildred, my girl Kaylin. I see y'all coming in right now. So come on in. Make sure you like this video as you all are coming in right now. Okay, let me go to put up this disclaimer. Everything on this channel, everything on this video is alleged. It's for entertainment purposes only, and everything is in my opinion. If you have not followed me, make sure you go ahead and follow SAnthonyLofties. My album is available right now. If you are not a member, go ahead and go to www.youtube.com/AnthonyLofties/join. If you are looking for a smile makeover, make sure you hit up Dr. Roger Cooper at Bella Dental Services. Use my code AL23. You will get 30% off. If you're just looking for a new doctor to get x-rays and just a smile, a cleaning, hit up him. He's always accepting new clients. All right. Also, Dr. Kid will be having a retreat in Atlanta, Georgia on September 24th, 2023. Make sure you hit him up for the rest stop, refueling your relationship. With that being said, what we have going on this week, you all know Bop Boo Bop. She started talking again. I don't know what her problem is, but I guess I got to come back tomorrow to actually talk about some stuff. And we'll have a good conversation about that tomorrow at 7:30 Central Time. Also, Dr. Kit will be back in the building on Thursday, y'all. I reached out to him and I said, you know what? This time I want him by himself. I want to actually get his basically get his observation of how do you tell your significant other that you're not satisfied in the bedroom? And that conversation has really, like that topic where Mel, she basically said that she had 4 kids by a man that never, I guess she never had an orgasm by. So I was extremely curious about that. I know I got a comment from a lady that said she was 60 years old. And honestly, y'all, I cannot wait for this conversation because this is going to be a good conversation. And FYI, y'all, I don't normally go live that early, but on Thursday, we will be going live at 6:30 Central Time. That's the time frame that Dr. Kid said that he's available. So he's coming on at 6:30 Central Time. And we're going to have a conversation about how to please your significant other. And I hope everyone enjoy it because I'm really going to enjoy this conversation. And I'm going to let y'all come up and ask him questions and we can go from there, okay? What else we got going on? So on September 17th, for all the people that are not members, I will be releasing the first part of the Love and Marriage Huntsville video, part 1, okay? That's the only part that I'm going to let you all listen to. So after you listen to part 1, I just wanted to let everyone hear that part, and you have to go and listen to all the other parts behind the wall. I promise you, okay? If you're not a member, you will go and become a member as the show continues for the second season, because you're going to be like, okay, what are they talking about? Let me pay this $5 to go behind the wall and figure out what it is. But baby, when you get to part 4, that final part, that's going to be the final part that's going to have your mouth on the ground. Because basically somebody came up and said what happened. I didn't say it. I'm listening now. But anyway, y'all. Hey, Auntie Billy, I see you in here. Hey, Show, Silent Spirit. How you doing, love? Auntie Willette, I see y'all in here. Hey, Willette Smith, make that money. Have take some time, enjoy it. Okay, love. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and get into this Love and Marriage Detroit. Hey, Jodeci, I see you in here. Hey, BK Lakeisha, I see y'all in here. Delicious, I see you. My girl Jay is in the building. How are you, love? And Stephen, I see you too. So let's go ahead and talk about Love and Marriage Detroit. So one thing about Love and Marriage Detroit, you all, I can really appreciate this show One thing about it, the husband loved their wives and the wives loved their husband. I can definitely say that. And one thing I say I love about this reunion that was transparent. Um, People took accountability. And this is one of those shows, I would probably say this is the first reality show where you actually see people say, watching myself on television and see how I treat my partner, I had to make some changes. That's one thing I can say I loved about this reunion. Carlos, I don't know you, I ain't never met you, but please give them a second season, okay? I don't care what nobody say. I enjoy watching Love and Marriage Detroit. I don't know what it is about the show. It's just something about it. I love it. Anyway, now, I know it was their first reunion, but y'all know when it comes to reality TV, y'all should have did something with these wardrobes and these outfits. At first, I thought I was looking at Sunday Best or looking at all the male artists. Baby, Anthony, he was up there giving me, like he was working at Willie Watkins Funeral Home. He was giving me BB Wine / Marvin Sapp. Then you got Russell. He over there looking like he finna be the like he can go preach a sermon, like he done took Kurt Franklin's suit, or he probably took Dr. LaToya Daddy's suit and put it in the dryer and shrunk it so he can put it on. Then the minister of music was over there. Brandon, he was giving Kurt Carr vibes, Byron Cage, Smoking Norfolk. I'm like, child, what's going on over here? If I had to pick a dress, I did not like I really didn't like none of their dresses because it was like they was giving me Addams Family. Dr. LaToya, she was giving me the dresses where the Real Housewives of Atlanta where they had the all black. I'm like, come on now. Dr. LaToya, she was giving me Addams Family. And then you had Kobe, she was giving me Dorinda Clark the Rose. I'm like, child, who was it? Was it Christina? She was giving me Let It Go, here, Frozen. Is that Frozen? Anyway, I didn't really care for them, y'all. I'm like, child, they could have did better than whoever did that makeup. They must all use the same makeup artist because, baby, it was somebody mortician. I'm like, who makeup? Because everybody looked dark. Brandon, them ankles was ashy, too. I'm like, child. I said, Brandon don't even know he needs some lotion on his legs down there. I said, baby, that's Miss Cat that came out of him already. I said, child, that should have been the point. You should have, Brandon, pull them pants down, okay? Because them ankles was a little ashy. Anyway, other than that, I mean, it looked like battle of the gospel artists. Marvin Sapp, Kurt Franklin, Byron Cage, BB Wines. I'm like, child, I like Carlos' suit. His suit was cute. But other than that, that was pretty much it. Everybody was so dark. Anthony, you preach. I'm like, child, am I looking at Love and Marriage Detroit? Am I looking at the Kojic convention? What's going on? I'm like, are you sure this ain't grown in gospel? What show we looking at? I'm like, Anyway, you know, it started off in the beginning. Carlos, he went around hugging everybody. Brandon had dad on socks. I seen Kaylin. I seen some stuff. Them legs were showing. I seen some skin. Anyway, y'all, they need to hold new makeup from what you said. Because they makeup, they look too dark. And I'm looking at even Dr. LaToya. She already light skin. I'm like, why does she look so dark on here? I'm like, then Christina, it's like she was like dark in certain places. Kobe was okay, but if I had to pick out the best dress, I probably would go with Kobe, just because I like Dorinda Clark and I like the Rose. Don't come here with all that loud stuff. I'm live. All right, tell the Lord I say hello. Yeah, I'm up a client right over there laughing at me. That girl is such a patient. She over there laughing. If y'all see me in the morning, because girl, tell Jesus I said hello. Tell him I said she working my nerve right now, y'all. Like you just don't understand. You got to go outside because you laugh. I'm so sick of this child. Like Lord Jesus. See, I need the motherboard right now. What a gospel committee when you need them. Brandon, Russell, and Anthony, come in here because I need your help. Help! Shoot, I need y'all right now, child. If you want to see me in the morning, girl, go to sleep. Go to sleep. Girl, I had some good days. I had some bad days, but I won't complain. Child. Whew. Kobe was not the best dress. Y'all think Kobe was the best dress? Y'all don't be laughing at me. I know it's been a good minute, but I'm happy to see y'all too. Clarissa Fletcher. Girl, are you related to the Fletchers in Huntsville? I didn't even like Christina hair. They was on. Get you a drink, chat. Oh, Lord Jesus, brain freeze. I mean, just some slush. Come on through. High, high. Okay. Anyway, I'm back. So, count it all joy. So, let's go ahead and start this off. First of all, it was the seating arrangement. Carlos knew exactly what he was doing. We put Brandon and Christina on this side, and he got Kobe and Russell over here. Then he got Anthony and Dr. Latoya, because he knew everybody was going to be arguing with them. No, they don't got a problem with each other, but it is what it is. It was funny. What else we got coming on? Okay, so I talked about Anthony. He had his legs crossed like he was Tyler Perry Medea up there. I'm like, boy, uncross them legs. You just wanted to see them red bottoms. Lord Jesus. Okay, we get it, Anthony. They some Christian Louboutin. He was sitting up there with his leg crossed, fall like this. All thing he had to do was just rock. Pray on just a little while longer. Pray on just a little while longer. Pray on just a little while longer. And everything will be all right. Yeah. I was just waiting for him to rock early in the morning, in the evening, late at night. Not a second, not a minute, but every hour. Boy, Anthony looked like he was gonna bust out with a hymn. I told you, BB Wine that was giving us gospel committee up there today. Anyway, somebody said he was rocking. Anthony, put yourself in time. Baby, I'm having fun with this reunion today. Shoot. Let them call upon the Lord at the reunion. They already had Bible study. They could have had a prayer. Anyway, it basically picked up with Carlos asked Brandon about his relationship with his artist and basically asked, was it an emotional cheating? And Brandon basically said, look, I'm not sleeping with my artist. And, you know, it showed the clip where Kobe was like, but I told you, you all have to watch how production edit certain things, okay? Because that could have been, she could have been doing that to a totally different conversation. They just used that facial expression to look like it was going towards what he was saying. Excuse me. Anyway, so Brandon said that it's the process of telling someone's story. Brandon, you know I'm a singer. I've been doing music for quite a bit, and I know a whole lot about the studios. I get what you were saying, but there's still a fine line that you cannot cross, okay? You're the leader. You're supposed to, I get that you want to help them tell their story. I get that, but that doesn't mean that you have to share your story in situations that's going on in your household to that artist, okay? Just saying. I mean, you can give them examples, but you never want to bring your personal life into your situations. If you was going through all of that, you shouldn't want to talk to your homeboys. All right. Better yet, you should have just want to go talk to Bravo. Go talk to Bravo. Go talk to Bravo and Lakita. Like, as you know, as you can say right now, you don't need to share anything else with Anthony. You don't need to share nothing else with Bravo. I mean, not Bravo. You don't need to share nothing else with Russell, because all they do is have pillow talk, okay? And they talking about you. They y'all talking about each other. We see each other. Go talk to Bravo. All right. Brandon was attached emotionally with his artist. I agree with that. He was. And honestly, I sometimes feel like if you attach emotionally, I feel like that's just as worse than physical, to be honest. Because it's something that they're doing that you're attached to. Anyway, moving right along. Carlos asked, what did Brandon say to say in the message that was hateful? Let me tell you one thing. The way he sit up here and said those messages was on that laptop. That's the one thing that would definitely get you caught up. I'm not saying that I'm doing anything that I'm supposed to be doing. However, that iMessage on your laptop and your iPad and your phone, well, you messed up if you don't have it cut off. Baby, as soon as I get a device, nope, only going to my cell phone. I'm not even going to my laptop. No other devices going to my cell phone. So, when she opened it up, she said that he basically said, I don't like her. Like, what was going on so bad in your relationship that your husband said, I don't like you? If that's the case, you all on the verge of a divorce. Like, what's really going on? So, Show Silent Spirit said, I feel like emotional cheating is just as bad as physical cheating. Emotional cheating means there's a connection. It's just a matter of time before the two. You right about that? I agree with that. Brandon giving Brandon giving little man vibes. He was attention seeking. I feel like they was attacking Christina. I do feel that way. Sorry, I can't stay. I have dialysis in the morning. Okay, girl, go ahead and get well. Praying for all of that, okay? Love you and love and keep up the great work. Oh, thank you so much. It's in your DNA to work hard. Thank you so much, love. He didn't want to be held accountable. Don't help him out, Anthony. Oh shoot! I just thought what you just said. Okay, my bad. Okay, so let's go ahead and pick back up. We got 160 people watching, so make sure y'all keep on tuning in. Make sure y'all like this video as you all are coming in. So it pick up with he said that he didn't like his wife or whatever, but I do like the fact that they said that they are good in their marriage because of the show. And Dr. LaToya was definitely right. Well, you know, everyone always say you get on reality TV, you're gonna get a divorce. And she said, look, we rebuked that. And I like how everybody was clapping because nobody on that show wants their marriage to be over. I don't think people literally go into their marriage and just think. I thought she was coming back downstairs, y'all. Anyway, I don't think people just go into their marriage thinking, okay, we're going to be divorced or whatever. But anyway, I like that they always transparent and say, look, this show has helped them. So, to be honest, the first 15 minutes was really about Christina and Brandon. First 20 minutes, except for the beginning of the show, I'm like, dang, we almost done with the first part and everything being about them. Anyway, next scene, it went to Dr. LaToya and Anthony. And Dr. LaToya, she talked about what her children were dealing with. And Anthony said that he was like that he would pay all the bills. And like I told y'all, if you get the opportunity to work for Disney and Marvel, I hate to say it, but I agree with Anthony. Like, that's an opportunity that you cannot let go. I know so many of my friends would love to work with Disney and Marvel. You make so much money, but it's like, for example, before COVID happened, you know, they said the #1 school in like medical and stuff like that, it was Vanderbilt. I want to say Vanderbilt in Nashville. That's like the top medical college. If you work at their hospital, you can go to any place because they see Vanderbilt as the name on the resume. But these days, everybody and their mama need a nurse. And I say, if you want to make good money, don't go to Vanderbilt because Vanderbilt is like, you're only going for the name. Like the other hospitals in Nashville probably pay the nurses more than what Vanderbilt probably paid them because you're going for a name. But I get what Anthony was saying. Working for Disney or Marvel, that's a huge opportunity, and I understand. That Show Silent Spirit said Vanderbilt is well respected and has been for a minute. Exactly. Trust me, they really are. So I get what Anthony was saying. One thing about this conversation that Anthony and Dr. LaToya was talking about their children, I wish Dr. LaToya would have not spent so much time focusing on what was going on with Kobe and Christina, and she could have really elaborated and showed more about the situation dealing with her kids. Like they showed the situation where Anthony was basically training with his son. I think they was playing football, but I really would have loved to watch a scene where they was talking to their kids and they actually talk about what was going on or how it made them feel, because that's stuff that we really don't get to see. It kind of reminds you of that scene on Love and Marriage Huntsville when Mel and Marital was talking to the kids and how Tank was like, he's tired of crying, even though we don't want to see that hurt, but at the same time, I would really wish that they would have shown that. So, Dr. LaToya, hopefully next season, if you all come back, like if you can just bring up some of that. And y'all know I'm not really a big fan of Dr. LaToya and Kobe that much. I like Christina, but I don't mind giving people props when it's due. And I honestly didn't realize how pretty Dr. LaToya is in her confessional when she had that little gold thing and just looking at her face. She actually looked real cute right there. Anyway, I hope next season you all can talk more about that situation because those are topics that we need to hear. All right. So basically they went back and Anthony said that he felt like nobody was supporting him. And he talked about how he invested $150,000 into her wine and she put $50,000 up. And he basically said that, well, if it's going to be over, I still pay all the bills or whatever. And I'm glad that he finally came home, that looked at their marriage. And Anthony said that the show helped him in his marriage because he really looked to see how he was acting or whatever. And I like how in the beginning when Carlos went up to him talking about king of the movement, and Anthony said, look, they eating me up. You right, they eating you up because I'm one of them. Boy, the same amount of people that was in their room was the same amount of people that was on that mark. 6. No, 7. Anyway, no, we're not saying Toya cute. She gets on my nerves, cute and she was cute in the thing. I noticed how LaToya brought up the bullying instantly to distract and pull the heat off Anthony because Carlos was digging into him leaving in the middle of the oh yeah, you're right about that. I can see that. All women are very pretty. All the women are very pretty on this show. Yeah, they're attractive. They got their moments where they can spruce some stuff up. But yeah, they are pretty. I think Kobe do miss Christina, but she's holding back. I do agree with that, and we'll get to that. So the next thing, Christina said that she felt people wanted her to go after Kobe. I would love to know a little more about that. I felt like that situation right there, she was probably talking about production. And I wish she could have said, who is they? Who are the people that wanted you to go after her? Was it Courtney and what's the other person's name? I can't think of that person, those two producers that worked there. Courtney and Brent, I think. Anyway, she said they wanted her to go after Kobe and she wouldn't do it. And she said that she saved her from a lot of stuff. What you saved her from? What did she do? I need to know. Like, what happened? So, who else? I think Kobe. Okay, I'm reading the comment. So the next thing, Dr. LaToya, she said Christina, she can't tell Kobe how to respond, but that's vice versa. You can't tell Christina how to respond to Kobe too. Like you basically sit up here and said that the way when Christina said Kobe should have came to her, and you want to sit up here and say she can't tell her how to respond, then why are you worried about Christina being the one to call somebody or not walk after somebody? It doesn't make sense. Like Dr. LaToya, I just need her to just stay in her lane. Like Dr. LaToya, don't worry about what they got going on. See, when Carlos basically asked you, is reality TV tougher than medical school? You said yes. I wish she would have learned how to play her role. When they was at the skating ring, she didn't even have to say, I don't do this, it's fake. She didn't have to say anything. She should have just went on and said, look, I don't know what y'all got going on, but I'm going to have to let y'all handle that because that's the way she should have played it. That's why I said you got to be 5-10 steps ahead. Don't put yourself in a situation, be like, well, look, whatever they got going on, that's their situation, but I'm not going to take sides. Hopefully they can get it together and move on, but I'm going to go this way with my husband. That's how you play it. You're still in there because they're going to talk to you regardless. You don't have to insert yourself in situations because when you do stuff like that, that's when production, they want to put you in more scenes because you're the you're like the balance. But you don't mess that situation up where you no longer can be the balance because now you're into it with her. Lord Jesus. See, this is why I don't think I would be a good person in reality TV. You know what? I probably would be good because I know how to shut some stuff down. I'm like, baby, you ain't talking to me, you talking to the wind. Oh, okay, let me know when you're done. Do you need 30 seconds? You need 60 seconds? Okay. Okay, let me know when you're done. We need to reset. Are we done? LaToya should have been focused on her marketing her wine. What you said? Anyway, let's go ahead and move on. Carlos asked Christina asked, does Christina put on for the cameras? Dr. LaToya, no. Kobe says she can be a little extra. Dr. LaToya says she does. Honestly, I think everybody somewhat put on for the camera. Even if Christina did put on for the camera, I mean, she really helped to make this season. If that's the case, Anthony put a whole lot on. I feel like Anthony he put more on than Christina. Just saying. Carlos asked Christina, do she think Dr. Latoya like her? And she said no. And he was like, have you asked her? And she said, yeah. But the one thing about it though, it's funny because when Carlos asked Dr. Latoya, and she said, I have no problem with her. He said, no, do you like her? I have no, do you like her? Answer the question. I like Christina. No, you don't. It don't take all of that to answer a question. If you like the person, you like the person. If you don't like the person, you just don't like them. It's that simple. You'll get more respect if you just sit up there and say, no, I don't like them. Ain't no reason to sugarcoat it, just say it. I don't know why people think that'll hurt somebody's feelings. Just say, I don't like you. Okay. It ain't meant, everybody not meant to talk. You go over there, I go over here. I don't got nothing negative to say about you. It is what it is. So, Dr. Latoya said that Christina played victim with everyone. She played victim with Kobe. She played victim with her. She played victim with her husband. And even Carl like, and Brandon, he took him. He was like, well, technically, she was the victim. She is the victim in this situation. Because Brandon acknowledged that he messed up. That he effed some stuff up. And that's what I like about this show, because they're taking accountability for the shit they've been doing. So that's why I don't understand a lot of people saying they just don't like they don't like this show. It's boring. But when you have some people that's actually giving you their authentic selves, actually taking accountability for what they're doing, nobody like it. But then we sit up here and go up for the ones like, they won't be themselves. I'm like, dang, which one is it? You can't win for losing. I'm like, come on now. Stephanie said, I appreciate the transparency. I won't start breathing if a person don't like it. Exactly. It's reality. I mean, Love and Marriage Detroit has really given the most reality out of any reality show when it comes to the Love and Marriage franchise. Just saying. And I look at that as the accountability. Hey, it's Chris's time. I see you in here, love. And does she ever speak your piece? Like, come on now. Not fake flexing like the, yup. I had to look at that thing. Oh my gosh. So, Brandon, he started crying. I was like, boy. I was looking at Brandon like, Miss Kathy, don't you do it? Don't you do it? Don't you do it? And I was expecting Anthony to cry. Here come Brandon crying. And before I even go to that, Dr. Latoya, you sitting up here saying that you said that she played a victim. Dr. Latoya, I feel like you're a victim in your marriage. You just in denial. That's my opinion. You a victim. I got a question though. It was Labor Day weekend. Did Anthony go to Atlanta this weekend? If Anthony went to Atlanta this past weekend, we got a problem. Abort. Don't go. Do not collect $200, baby. Did he go to Atlanta? What festivities did he join? Was it for Disney and Marvel? Was it Pikachu? But he gotta catch them all. What Pokemon he gonna catch? He got his Pokédex. Hey, he's 5'10". 5'10", slim thick. Who did he catch? I'm just playing with you. Anyway, so after Brandon started crying, he was basically saying that he feel that Kobe and Russell, they were they were their friends, and I guess he missed the relationship, and he would gladly have them back, and he understands that the ball is in their court right now. And Russell, he said he really appreciate that. He was sincere about it. You can tell Kobe, she feels a certain type of way. Kobe, she really is hurt, and she's not ready to forgive yet, and it's okay. I respect her if she says she's not ready yet. I mean, I would rather you sit up here and tell me, look, I'm not ready to forgive you. We need some time apart or whatever. I mean, she's human. In spite of all the stuff that's been going on with my interview, with the stuff she said, I really feel that if Kobe and Russell come back, Kobe, I need you to take your pen and paper out right now, okay? If you come back on here, I would love for you to go to therapy sessions by yourself because I want to know Kobe's background when it comes to her family, things that she witnessed her mother go through that she don't want to go through in her marriage because he want to be a chaplain. I want to witness her talking about I don't want to be a first lady. I don't want to be obligated to feel like I have to be there for other people when I just want to be in my marriage and be comfortable. I want to see and hear those conversations. Kobe, give me those conversations. Like, you actually have a lot to bring to the table because this is the first time in history that anybody on a reality show has ever said that they want to be a chaplain. And your mother, when you brought it up, the way your mama was looking like, no, we didn't sign up on that, girl, spill it. Because your mama wasn't ready for that. Like, Kobe, if you are watching Kobe and Russell, you all have a lot more that you can talk about. Like, I want to know Russell's background. I want to know about his family. Like, did he come from a background where they was pastors or they was preaching? Like, where all of a sudden did he become so holier than thou saved and he want to pray and have Bible study? I need to know a little bit more about this. Christine said, I don't like Kobe anymore. Team Brandon and Christina. That's fine, love. But everybody got their pick. But I really do want to know more about Kobe and her in that situation. I don't care what nobody say. Love and Marriage Detroit brought something totally different. And I do like that. It brought something totally different to the Love and Marriage franchise. I hope and pray that they come back for a second season. I do. Latoya loves to say she don't do drama, but her husband bring the most drama. All right, y'all. So I'm about to go ahead and put this link down so you all can come up and we can talk about this. All right. And while you all are doing that, everyone that purchased their shirts, I'm looking at the screen right now. It actually say that they should be in transit right now. Kaylin, I know you got yours today because you sent me the picture of your allegedly shirt. It says shipped September 5th. Some of you all's items will be shipped tomorrow. And I see you all are coming in right now. Okay. I'm going to remove this. Okay, Auntie Rita, Kaylin, I see y'all down there right now. Stephanie, I think you kind of went off. Hey.
Hey, friend.
Hey, Auntie Rita, how are you, love?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Kay.
Listen. I feel Brandon shouldn't have been talking to no other woman on any other level. As it was stated in the chat, I feel like emotional cheating is worse than sex. I would rather you go ahead and do and hit her than talk. No pillow talk. His laptop got him caught up. I feel sorry for him. Good, but it was listen. I done got caught up before. It wasn't no laptop. I thought I was slick. Wasn't no laptop. Wasn't no cell phone. Listen here, I left my Apple Watch in the bathroom when I took my shower. Boy, he sat in there on the toilet. I thought he was on his phone. No, he was on my Apple Watch. Okay, but I broke up my whole relationship. So I understand, Brandon. You got to do better, or not at all. Okay, I'm gonna tell you what I didn't like during the reunion. Every time they asked Christina in the beginning, when it seemed like they were grilling her and Brandon, and every time they asked her the hard questions or questions that was uncomfortable, Kobe would smirk like she was happy she had the, you know what I'm saying? I didn't like that, all that smirking. I just feel like people in glass houses, y'all don't show y'all real drama. That's why we don't know. That's why you can smirk at them, because they've shared their true reality. You and Pastor have not. So save your smirking, baby. Now, Latoya. Oh God, old person Latoya. Somebody said in the comments, we can't talk about how she look because we dislike her. No, it's not just because I dislike her. I talk about her because she really do look away.
No, I'm the one who said that. I said that because someone said I don't like her and she's not cute.
Oh no, no, no.
She's not cute because I don't like her.
Even if I liked her, she still wouldn't be a looker.
Oh, what?
A looker is
You talking about the way she? Talking about like her facial expression?
her facial expression. That resting bitch face, I can't stand it. And then,
but you know, like I told you, like you have to watch how they edit, because like that look would be something. It probably wouldn't even be what you think, and they'll just use it to
they
make
need to quit
it look
catching her. They need to quit catching her looking like
Mhm.
that while Christina's talking or while she's addressing Christina, because it's a constant look when it comes to Christina.
Right.
Now they drew them eyebrows on properly tonight. Whoever did the makeup, they got her eyebrows together, but they dumped that lipstick down on them. So.
Child, that still don't mean she ain't nobody's prize.
She almost had a look. But yeah, the whole show was about Christina and Brandon.
Yeah.
I want everybody else to.
Gotcha. Go ahead, Aretha.
Okay, I might ruffle some feathers, what I'm getting ready to say, but this is my opinion and allegedly. Everybody on the panel was hideous, a total mess. I don't know, Kobe and the pastor looked like they were prom kings and queens. Brandon and Christine is as gorgeous as Christine is. I don't know who she allowed to just style her that night, because the wig looked like Chucky. It actually looked like Chucky. And the makeup looked like not somebody from the Mac kind of did it. It looked like somebody from one of these new makeups that done came out, and she said, "Here, just put something on." Oh, you look so
they got her
good.
the tester.
Yeah, like somebody was playing in the tester, and that's how she looked. And Saucy and Miss Hathaway, Anthony and Latoya, he looked just like a preacher's son, and she looked like a dominatrix. With all that blight, all of it was, and Bravo and his wife, I didn't really take a second glance at them, because I feel like Bravo, I know you like Bravo, Anthony, and I know you say you want to interview his wife for what? I mean, really, what did either one of them bring to the show?
I can see the thing is, I like the balance of it all from them, because they know everybody. And they can really tell us stuff that's going on with the group, with the friend situation.
Okay, all right. Okay.
Did you hear when Carlos talked about Bravo not being on the show? And that his daughter, that the wife was reluctant. So he was originally supposed to be a full-time cast member, but his wife wasn't 100% comfortable with it. She became more comfortable as the season went on, so you started to hear her offer more of her opinion.
Okay, well, maybe we'll hear more. Maybe I'll hear more about her.
But the thing is, Bravo and his wife, they got more to lose than everybody on the show.
Yeah.
Well, Anthony, I didn't get too much into it, because for me, the reunion was kind of lackluster. Whatever everything that happened was expected to happen, and everything, I knew they were going to come after Christina and Brandon, and I was kind of a little pissed off with Christina a little bit, but then because of the way that she was talking, and I felt a way that she was kind of disrespecting her husband a little bit, and then when they first began, I saw the change in Brandon from when he was keeping things from his wife to where they are now. But with Kobe, just like you said, Kobe don't want to be a preacher's wife. That's it. That's point blank, period. That woman don't want to be a preacher's wife, because if you grew up as a PK, you saw things other people did not see.
Right.
You saw things that went on in your household that other people did not see. You heard things that other people did not hear outside of the congregation. Like, I look at some preacher's wife, and I hear when the preacher say something about, oh, my lovely wife sitting over there. I don't listen at the preacher. I look at the preacher wife face.
You right about that.
And the face tells a lot. And people would, and I've seen how people will walk right past the preacher wife to get to the preacher and won't say nothing to his wife, and the preacher won't say nothing about here, lady standing here. You're not gonna say anything to lady, or however. So this girl got in her mind, look, I'm trying to get somewhere, and being a preacher wife just ain't gonna get me there. That God gave you that vision. He didn't give that vision to me. It's not in my heart right now. And Saucy and way, them two right there, they are playing a role. And at some point, they're going to get tired of playing that role that they're playing. But it did touch my heart when she was talking about her kids. And, that her kids were like being bullied and stuff like that. That right there, that's what I would like to see with her and Sassy Saucy. That's what I would like to see with them. And I can't really elaborate on Bravo and his wife because after a while, I watched the whole thing, but I guess I blanked out or tuned out or was too high or too drunk or something when they were talking. Because I didn't get a feel for Bravo and his wife. But Kobe, somebody said it in the chat. Kobe missed the relationship that she had with Christina.
Mm-hmm.
And that relationship is never going to be the same simply because Kobe allowed Miss Hathaway to get in her ear about Christina. And when that happened, when she said, have you talked to Christine? She said, oh, I haven't talked to her since we stopped filming. That put me in the mind of Mel. Girl, she ain't your friend no more if you don't know it or not. She don't want to be your friend simply because the things that you allow LaToya to get in between the two of you. So I want to see more, like you, Anthony, I want to see more about him trying to convince her to be a pastor wife. I want to see where that's going to go. And with Saucy and Lady Jane, that's the way. I don't know what I want for them. What I want for them to. I want him to put on his big boy panties, his big boy drawers, and start acting like a man and stop. Stuff up.
I see Rita, stay right there.
I was trying to hold my mule, but
I'm trying to tell you, like fire shut up in my bones.
Yeah. Hey, Anthony, can we say something about that church culture part?
Go ahead.
Because I think that's the part that everyone is missing. And maybe I have a different opinion than most people when it comes to Toya and Dr. LaToya and Kobe. The undercurrent of Detroit is the church. And that's what you are seeing. That's what you are seeing from their behavior. Dr. LaToya comes from the Black bourgeois, right? She's from her sisters are, one's a lawyer, one's an engineer, so on and so forth. The daddy's this, that, and the next. There is a certain hierarchy that certain people subscribe to that they have to follow. And mind you, I'm not saying that it's correct. So please hear me when I say that. I'm not saying that it's correct. Kobe and Kobe and Dr. LaToya are sorority sisters. There is a certain level of loyalty that is always going to trump everything when it comes to them. I think in the grand scheme of things, based upon their background, it's easier for Kobe to align herself with Dr. LaToya or listen to Dr. LaToya because of their church culture, whereas Christina is more of someone who bucked and who has developed her own sense of style, sense of self. She didn't graduate from college. She didn't fall in line the way that they did with how life has been poured out to them when it comes to being involved in the church. The underbelly of all of this is that warped church culture. And that's what you're seeing. And I'm not saying that it's right, but I think that's culturally, that's a huge part of what we're missing. And that Kobe also is seeking that validation from Christina because she wants to be like her. She doesn't want to be your typical, pastor's wife and fall into this mode. So Christina questioning her or feeling some kind of way, anything Christina had to say that was negative about what Kobe was saying, she was going to take that personally because it goes deeper than just what's on the surface.
That's true.
You know what I mean? She's hurt because she wants to be. And if you know church culture and you know that Bowman name, that Christina comes from, and Vicky Winans, and going against, certain things.
But she's not from Detroit though.
No, but her family, the roots of that church, that name, that Tim Bowman, the whole, you know what I mean? All that. She has really like stepped outside of that, what you're supposed to do. And I think that's what Dr. Latoya is over it. She just thinks everything is beneath her. That's how she carries it. And I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's right at all whatsoever. I'm just saying that's that air that comes with certain things that they're connected to. You know what I mean? And that's what's off-putting. And I think you're right. If we get to the surface of who they are outside of all of that, it would make people look at things a different way. But it's that you can't talk about what's really going on, because it's going to damage the family, or it's going to do that in the next, and so on and so forth. And again, I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying that whole Detroit vibe is rooted. It's rooted in, it's rooted in a lot. Now Bravo, like you said, is the one who's more connected to the real Detroit. You know what I mean? Not that he got more money, he got more connections, he's more Detroit than anybody else, but they are Detroit church. They like the Sheards and the, what I mean? And I feel like that's what's hurting them. But Dr. Latoya, Kobe is stuck in the middle. She's stuck in the middle of both of them. And I think really, like, she wants to find her freedom, but you got a husband who's in the military. You know what I mean? Her life choices her life choices don't align with her being able to say, forget it, I'm gonna do what I got, what I want to do. That's when your daddy start holding money from you or not putting you in certain positions. And so it's deep, y'all. It's really and truly deep, and it's manipulative. But Latoya has subscribed to it. She is definitely subscribed to it. But I'm sorry
what?
To take up y'all time.
No. You are good, because I appreciate what you just said too.
Very good.
I appreciate your perspective. I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
That's why
it's a image that they have to uphold.
It makes sense. It makes sense now.
Yep, and I don't want to like call out their sorority, but like if you pay attention to it, like you can pretty much put it together with certain aspects of how certain things are supposed to look and be. So it's all about image. It's about how you look on paper. Not talk. It don't matter think about how many pastors' wives' husbands are gay. You know what I mean? That's why she don't care about what's going on with Anthony. She don't, as long as it don't come out, do what it is you do. So
I honestly would love to know, how did they feel when she got with Anthony? Like, did they like him? Did they not like him? Like,
apparently they had to.
Well, on that boat trip, it seemed like they didn't like, it seemed like they didn't really care for, and don't, care for him, because he cried like a little bit. He cried.
And then remember
when he was saying nobody supports me. It's like, look at me, look at me. I'm doing this. And I feel like they didn't think he was good enough for her.
Yeah.
Right. Right. So he had to prove himself in that regard.
Yeah.
And being a PK myself, and just, in the limelight within itself, there are certain images that, people expect you to uphold.
Yeah.
So I feel like, she kind of, gravitated to her because of the fact that not only are they PKs, but they're in the same sorority. So it's kind of like, okay, well, you're in the same limelight that I'm in, so we're gonna gravitate to each other.
And that's it. Like, if you watch that skating rink scene, or you watch the scene at the wine tasting event or whatever that they had, Dr. Latoya was almost coming across like, we don't do this. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, it was like, okay, we too good for this. We're not gonna do this on TV. You know what I mean? Like, this is not what this show is gonna be about. But you got people who are actually willing to come on there and show their real selves. And like, Brandon and Christina don't care about none of that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Whereas the other side, he's talked about his mom and the issues that come with that and so on and so forth. Like, Kobe, you just can't say you don't want to be a pastor's wife and not go deeper into that. And I think that's where they're missing the opportunity to connect with people when they're not being real about what it is. But when you step up and you be real about that church culture and what's really going on, or what you saw, what she saw behind closed doors,
that's a whole nother world being in the church.
There is.
Yep.
It's a whole nother climate.
Anthony,
in the church, because I say all the time, and people laugh at me when I say it when I am in church. I don't want to, they say, oh, you could bring the word, you could do the word. I say, look, it's two things I never want to be. That's a preacher and a preacher's wife. Because my attitude is not set up for that.
And I see that comment.
And my attitude is not set up for that. And I'm telling you, I have seen some of the things that a preacher wife go through. And then there's a lot of pressure on the preacher's kids.
Yeah.
Because
I see the comment about Kiara Shear not being on. If you see Roman Gospel, everybody is like the rejects.
Hold on, I think Marita, that's your phone doing something. Marita.
Yeah, that's my phone.
Yeah,
I'll call her back. I'll call her back. That's my daughter. I'll call her back.
Clarissa Fletcher, they actually was on there. They was on there for like a little, maybe hot second, but they did not want to be on there. They did not want to be on there.
Because her dad is the head of the Church of God in Christ. But when you look at all the other kids on that show, you have the kids who went against the grain. Dorinda's daughter, that man in jail. You know what I mean? Her husband in jail. He telling a different story. Fred Hammond's daughter, and then Fred Hammond had the nerve to like come out against his daughter and talk about that girl was homeless and stripping. Like, it was so much to it. And Kobe and LaToya cannot bring themselves to say that they were real. That show right there, that represented a lot of what's really going on in that culture in Detroit. Yep, that the two can't talk. LaToya,
because Fred Hammond, he said F that show, and he put it on Instagram. He was like,
he went at his daughter.
Baby, they got real. Like, the real gospel stuff came out online. Like, when they started putting that show up there, I said, this what should have been on TV. I'm like, these the real gospel folks. But then Fred, he was like, at the end of the day, that's still my daughter. He said, when she fall, who gonna be right there? He said, I'm gonna be there. I don't care what nobody else got to say. He said, I'm the parent, because ain't nobody gonna be there to help. So
absolutely. And look at how many kids J. Drew Sheard got and don't nobody know about, except for that one. They it's the image of things.
Yeah.
But you know what? One thing about J. Drew, I will say this: J. Drew ain't never been that type of person to pretend to be this and that. And to be honest, you just might see him on the second season.
You're right. You're right about
you hear what I said?
You're absolutely right about it.
No, did you catch what I just said?
We caught it.
He might be on the second season.
Ooh. I caught all of that.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I think now
that Sonic cup, Anthony.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm used to him throwing out regular tea packets.
Hold on, y'all. Let me go. Auntie Mildred, did you go, love?
No, I was just enjoying everything, and I agree that church culture is something else, and it's one of the reasons I don't like church folks now. I grew up with it. I can't stand them. I'm not saying I don't like saved people. I love that. I don't like church folks. They get on my nerve. They're always doing stuff. They're always hiding. They're repressed. They sneaky. Oh, Lord. And I was looking at, that's what it is. That's what bothers me.
What I'm telling you. That's what people don't like about Kobe and LaToya. They remind you of that church culture, that uppity pre-K daughter that thought she was all that. That I'm telling you, y'all, that's what it is. It's not really them. It's the culture that they subscribe to.
It's the culture. It's what they do and how they come across as if, they would never. I had a cousin like that, and she was also like, LaToya, super educated. And got pregnant in college, had her mother to say the baby was hers. They hid it.
It'll be the biggest ones.
Girl, tell me about it.
I was that person. I was that person because my mother, was very well known as in the Church of God in Christ. And she was, a minister. And so growing up as, a PK, the women looked down on me because I got pregnant out of wedlock. So it's just that stigma. And now, now that my daughter is 24, they look at her, your baby's so pretty. But, it's just what took place within me of what I had to deal with having a child out of wedlock. It's rough.
It's rough. And they like having a
it's rough.
And unfortunately, it's
and people don't realize how hard it is, to deal with, the stigma of dealing with, being pregnant and being in the Church of God in Christ, how people look at you and things
being
of that
judged.
Yeah, absolutely. And I didn't go to church for a long time.
That's not right.
Behind that.
Yeah, I suffered from church hurt too. I suffered from church hurt for many years. I really did, and that's part of it. My mother was a preacher's child, so I definitely know that culture.
And they turn you away from.
Let me go to Lady D. How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys? Hey, Anthony.
Hey.
Go ahead, love.
Hey, I've been so busy. I've been able to jump on and get on and talk to you guys because I had to go take my daughter to college.
Oh, congratulations!
Thank you. So she's in college right now. She says she likes it, but anyway. So the reunion. Oh my God, Dr. Latoya got on my everlasting nerve. I literally wanted to go in the TV and just choke her and tell her to stay out of the people business. Christina and Kobe, they'd be fine. If they don't get it together, they don't get together. If they do, they do. Let it go. It's not none of your business. Mind your business with your husband that might be on the DL. I'm just saying. But mind your business. Mind that business. Don't sit up there and mind somebody else's business. Mind yours. With your husband that you got to deal with every single day. Now the church hurt, it's a lot of church hurt. I've been in church basically my whole life. I felt like I was born in the church. I felt like I was made to go to church every single day. So, but I'm not a pre-K either, but I know how it is because my brother is a pastor now. And I have a sister-in-law. She's a first lady. Didn't want to be a first lady. So I kind of get where Kobe is coming from. But then again, it's like, are you going to get the divorce from your husband if he becomes a pastor?
Right.
Because you don't want to do it. You're a first lady. What are you going to do? You're going to divorce your husband because you don't want to be a first lady? I mean, that don't make no sense. So you're going to be willing to lose a good man because you don't want to be a first lady.
Yeah.
And you know how hard it is to find a man these days?
He a good man, Savannah.
Huh?
He a good man, Savannah.
Well, he seems like he is a good man. Let me say it that way, because I don't really know. You know, he seems like he's a good man. Kaylee.
My mic was on mute. Crack me up.
But yeah, that's something else about Dr. Latoya's husband too. I always forget his name. You know, oftentimes too, the daddy bishop, can't nobody be bigger than him, right? So, and the husband is the one. She has such a masculine energy about her. Like she's the one who wears the pants in the relationship, and her daddy, and then like he had to talk to her dad after church about taking the job, and you know, so on and so forth. Like he was in trouble. It's like that's a weak thing.
JC, your phone going in and out. JC, your phone is going in and out. Yeah, we good.
Okay. Can you hear me? Okay. He plays that role. where that's why he overcompensates in areas with other men, because he can't be a man in his own household. That daddy Bishop, the Bishop daddy,
Wow.
he's the one who runs everything. Latoya is never going to let another man have as much say as her father does in the situation. It's not going to happen.
That's
goodness.
Hold on, y'all. Marita, for some reason, won't let me bring you up because your camera is enabled or something. Go back down and come back up, okay?
Oh, and Anthony, before she finishes, I became a member to the background.
Okay.
I think it was yesterday or today sometime I became a member.
Cool.
So
that makes sense.
Oh, hold on, y'all. Blessed Queen B is back there. Lady D, let me go ahead and go to It's Chrissy time. It's Chrissy time. When you finish, I'm gonna go ahead and go to Blessed Queen B because I know she's been working hard on school and I miss talking to her. Go ahead, It's Chrissy time.
What's going on, family? Good to see y'all.
Chrissy.
Love y'all. Okay, I just got a few things to say about Pantsuit. Okay, she was working overtime. Okay, overtime. Okay, I feel like because we didn't hear too much from her in the season, she felt the need to come and give us a whole lot of bull crap for the reunion. One thing I will say is very telling to me of the first part, how when Carlos went to Christina and Brandon, talked about, their situation, their marriage. We went to Latoya and Anthony. He talked about the things going on with their marriage. By the time he got to Kobe and Russell, it was Kobe versus Christina. And I'm like, that could have been saved for part 2. Why are we not talking about the gym or him out here trying to be a pastor and him not telling her about it? That just lets me know that what they brought to the table as a marriage just really wasn't giving.
You're right about that.
It wasn't giving. And to me, I agree with you. Kobe is not good for reality TV, because my thing is this. When she pissed me off when she was like, well, you as a sister, you should have picked up the phone. I'm like, do you not know what you signed up for? You on reality TV. And when Christina said that production chewed her and Brandon out when they had, I guess, like a off-scene type of situation, I'm pretty sure production had that same conversation with the rest of the couples. So for you, Kobe, to sit there and say, oh, well, why couldn't you just pick up the phone and call me? Like, girl, first of all, this ain't just a hey, girl, how you doing conversation. Now you're talking about business. So if you're talking about business, part of my business side of me, if I want to have a face-to-face conversation to get some understanding, that's the business side of me.
There you go, Marie.
This ain't no, hey girl, how you doing? How's the kids? This ain't one of them type of conversations. This
absolutely
business. Period. And if you don't like how I conduct business, then you don't need to talk to me about no collaboration, because this is how I do business. And I wish Christina would have cleared her on that. She should have called me.
Well, she didn't. You just did. You said that hard.
She should hit her. And then Pantsuit chiming in. The reason why Pantsuit was chiming in, because she ain't got no friends that come on the show for her to have a conversation with, because she on the outside looking in. They are in the midst of trying to build a relationship with Latoya. Christina and Kobe had a relationship prior to, and a sisterhood prior to coming on the show. Latoya trying to get in the midst of it. So she's trying to find her way and finagle her way through. And she don't like Christina because she's jealous of Christina, because Christina got more liberated freedom than she did.
Yeah.
And maybe she needs to sit there and be a victim to her husband, because maybe her husband wouldn't have left her for 7 months and got a whole household outside of her.
Yeah, he was out the door.
7 months? Are you kidding me? No, ma'am. Maybe you need to be a victim to Anthony. Do that, and he will stay home with you. How about that? He'll probably running away from you.
7 months is way longer than
Child, I know Latoya probably eat him up at home. He was running.
I mean, he calls her Dr. Latoya.
Right, he don't call her my love, my nothing, Dr. Thompson. Like,
it's so off.
It's a huge disconnect over there, and I feel like if they come back on the second season, we probably gonna see what that disconnect is. But we should have cleared all of them, both of them. She should have cleared both of them, because that was not right for them to sit there and try to gang up on her like that. I didn't like that. That was just rude and just disrespectful. I didn't like that, because my thing is this: y'all making her the storyline.
Hey, hold on, Marita, your camera on, FYI, if you don't know. I was trying to save you before you moved on over a little bit more to the right. I'm like, oh,
she went on about life.
Okay. Bless Queen B, how are you, love?
I'm good. Hey, everybody. Hi, Anthony. Oh my God, I just love you, everybody. School start back for me, and as you guys know, I've been missing in action, and I really appreciate Anthony reaching out to me, and he reached out at the moment where I was so overwhelmed because changes on my job, and I live on my job as well a whole lot. And at that moment when he sent that message, I was literally, tears was running down my eye, and it just like, oh my God, can somebody just feel what I'm going through? So Anthony, I love you even more.
Me too.
I so appreciate you a whole. God knows, and God is going to continue to bless you, and all good things coming your way. And that bald head is balling. See you in the Bahamas.
It's balling.
And looking down the camera to what I seen down there. It's like, Lord Father, Jesus, come on.
Yeah, well, I'll film my video tomorrow.
And talking in tongues.
Did you watch the reunion, love?
Yes, I did watch the reunion, and oh God, Kobe is the one who, I don't know what. Kobe have some serious issue. I'll start with Kobe. Kobe has some serious issues, serious problem that she need to. And being a PK kid, I was not a PK kid, but I grew up in the church all my life, literally from birth until I was 30. That right now I still don't know certain things I feel uncomfortable in my late 50s doing, because it's so embedded in me in the church. But what people fail to realize, the church, and God, I love you, I would never separate from you, but these people that come in the position, they're more demon than the one outside there in the world. The amount of BS that goes on in the church. And having, as a child, grew up, one of my friend was a PK, and the things that she used to go on in their household, it was something that the man on the outside wouldn't believe, because then when the pastor, your father, your husband come and preaching hallelujah, I remember when my husband at the time was studying to be a pastor, and I come into church on a Sunday morning and I could hardly raise my arm to say hallelujah because I have 2 cracked ribs, and then everybody,
Bless Queen B, your device.
And your husband.
Bless Queen B, your device is going out, love.
Okay, I don't know. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, so people just don't understand. Sometimes as a first lady, you go to church with broken ribs. You go to church and you just is so afraid because the demon was in your bed last night and he's on the altar in the morning, and you do not know how to deal with it.
Lord have mercy.
So true. That is so
You
true.
understand what I'm saying? You as a child, you're shaking in the corner because when he done, watch me, turn the hell up in there. And in the church, when you see him on a Sunday morning, nobody can preach better than him. Nobody can cry and bring down God farther than him. So I could understand to a point, Kobe not wanting to be a pastor's wife because she see what her mother go through, and still the mother have to, in order to say, when I divorced my husband, the whole church crucify me.
Right.
Literally crucify me. I had to move from where I lived. I was like a scarlet. Going to the grocery, people would part the sea because I'm an unclean woman. but nobody didn't understand that my daughter was 7 years, and she was like, if my mother and father don't stop fighting, my children don't even go to church because of it. You see what I go through. So I understand what Kobe. So Kobe need to get her thing. Plus, Kobe has a spirit of insecurity and jealousy where she and Christina is concerned. She needs to work on that. And also, Mr. Latoya and Mrs. Anthony, they need to really flip back the role and act in their own role. The both of them is just covering each other's issue because he loved playing for the same team, in my opinion, allegedly, and she loved playing for the same team. She wears the pants and he wears the dress. But the was being again, and that is another thing too, that the church preach hell and fire and brimstone about, that they don't want to act their true self, because why? They would be condemned. You understand what I'm saying? So I believe that Mr. Latoya family allow that marriage because they know that they are not no match. They are not equally yoked to a certain point, but at the same time they are equally yoked because they can hide each other's fault.
Come on, Bliss.
Right? She could let him play the wife, and he could let her be the husband, which she is. So they both are equally yoked to a point, but just they're hiding their true nature and their true self. The only thing about, as Marital said, I came in on the last end of it. I'm not sure how much you said prior to, with regards to the children, them being bullied in school and the racism. That is something that is happening today. That is helpful, and that is a dialogue should continue and expand on, instead of you jumping in to another relationship. But again, you trying to be the hierarchy, because you're the hierarchy in your relationship. You want to be the same way in Kobe and Christina relationship. Stay in your lane. Wear your pants at home. Put on your panty when you're outside.
Say that.
You know, I think the problem with Saucy and his wife, they came on the show, in my opinion, they came on the show thinking that they were going to be the head couple in charge, and they came with the idea that everything was going to be about them. They were going to be the fan favorite and all of that. But when the show started with us disliking Brandon. But at the end, when Brandon and his mom had that conversation, we kind of saw where all of Brandon emotion, or like thereof emotion, came from. We start looking at him. We start looking at him differently. One thing I did like about the reunion, and I didn't like about the reunion, Christine kind of did. She was doing a little bit too much for me, but she did stand up to Miss Hathaway. She stood up.
I love that you call her that.
I mean, she's so plain. She's like a dry bowl of cereal with no milk, no sugar, not bananas or nothing. She's just a plain bowl of cornflakes to me. I don't care how you dress a pig up, it's still a pig, I'm not calling her a pig, but I'm just saying, that's what I'm just saying. And when she didn't, and I believe when she started seeing that, because they watch YouTube channels and everybody talking about Kobe. Now everybody's talking about Brandon and Christine, Brandon and Christine. When she wanted it to be her and Anthony, because you always hear her say, it's doctor. Okay, then what are you, a surgeon? Or what kind of doctor are you? Then when she says she's a physical therapist,
I was confused. I was confused about that because
he said she was a physical therapist.
Carlos was like, you a first responder. I'm like, well, what is she responding to if she's doing physical therapy?
I want y'all to leave me alone.
Because when she said physical therapy, I I said, oh man, I'm thinking this lady, I'm not putting that down either. But the way that she wears the label, I'm thinking she was like,
Child.
yeah.
I was confused at the first responder because I was like, I worked in the hospital at the time where the vid was lit, and the only thing physical therapists came in to do was at the latter part if they needed it, but I don't think the vid was making people not walk again.
No, well, I guess she had a PhD, so that's why you're calling her.
PhD. Mildred said she got her PhD in physical therapy.
Well, that's all fine and good. But she came with the idea that she was going to be the head bitch in charge, and she mad at Christine because Christine just has an aura about herself that, okay, I don't know if she was a PK kid, but she was that PK kid that when the lights was out and the alarm came on, she was out the window.
It's the confidence.
Doing what she, wanted to do. And I'm going to drop Anthony, but I want to say this to you. I was in, I took myself out to lunch, a couple of weeks ago. And so I'm sitting in the restaurant, right? I'm sitting in the little place where I'm eating. And somebody said, Marita. So I said, okay, I'm looking like, okay, who is this that know me? Let me get my knife in my hand, my knife and my fork in my hand, right? So then she said, oh, I just love Anthony. I said, but you were speaking to me, but you talking to me about Anthony. She said, oh, I just love Anthony. I just love Anthony. And you be on that panel. Then I said, and she had on a mask, right? So I'm saying, she said, give me your number so I want to come up, but give me your number so when he come on, you could call me and I can come up. So I said, well, who am I talking to? And it turned out to be, when I say this girl, her sister is my best friend, is one of my best friends. And she said, when you talking, I just love to hear you talk because you be telling it. And I'm looking, I'm saying, now Anthony don't know who he's reaching. I don't know who Anthony is reaching. I live in Cape Coral. She live in Fort Myers, and she was doing DoorDash or something like that. And I'm saying it's just amazing the people that listen, and you don't even know who listen. Because people come up to me and say, you be on there. I just said, oh my God, y'all be listening to it just amazed me that she I don't know if her name is Felicia. I'm not gonna call what we call her, but her name is Felicia. And she was just gushing.
Marita, hold on. Marita, hold on. Is somebody that's you? It's Chrissy time. Mute your device, love.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry.
All right. Go ahead, Auntie Rita.
And she was just gushing all over you. And I said, okay, I was trying to eat my Frisno burger, and try to hurry get on out of there because I was running errands, popping in, popping out, popping in. And she was there. I said, oh my God. So you never know who's in the chat that know you.
Right.
That's true.
I just want to put that out there because, it's a lot of people that's listening to you, that's listening to all the women on the chat, everybody that be on the chat. And afraid to, come up and then they tell, stop you and know that you be on the chat and they stop you and start talking, about something from the past that you said. And just like Queen, Blessed Queen said, you helped her at a time where she was feeling her lowest. So, just continue to be yourself. Don't ever change that. Be yourself. Continue to do that because you don't know what you're doing for somebody.
That's true.
Oh yeah,
that's a fact.
Thank you so much.
What you're doing for, and even the women on the panel, Blessed Queen, when you are talking sometime, and you have that.
I'm sorry, I gotta go to Bible study.
But y'all just keep doing what it is you're doing because this really do help people. We talk about people and y'all be dogging people out sometimes, but it's done with love.
Right.
Yeah.
So
that's what it is.
It's done with love.
Humor.
Yeah.
Ernestine, your shirt say it should be shipped out tomorrow. Okay, love.
I got my shirt today, y'all.
I'm looking at it. It's in production right now.
What does the shirt say? Baba la ba boo bop baloo bop bop.
I got me an allegedly shirt.
Oh, okay.
That's the word I need to become familiar with because I be forgetting to say allegedly.
Oh, okay.
I can't wait till I get my shirts. I'm excited.
I already ordered me something to wear with mine. I got me some fresh. Listen, she gonna be together now.
Yes.
You know we're going live tomorrow to talk about this video from Bop Lop Boo Bop.
Ooh, she was upset. But
What is that about? I was hearing about that. What is that about?
What I'm gonna talk about a lot of it tomorrow, but the one thing I did not appreciate, don't insinuate that I'm sleeping with LeBerry.
Right.
That's what we not gonna do.
That's what got me.
That's what we not like. Go back and watch it. Like we not gonna do that. But we'll talk about it tomorrow or whatever. But y'all, like I said, it'll be a conversation tomorrow. But I will say this, y'all. I'm just ready for Thursday to get here because I'm ready to talk to Dr. Kid about this. I am. I'm ready to talk to him, but I want to.
I'm so ready for her to get somewhere and sit down with her non-cooking self.
Anthony, can you drop the link for your T-shirt so I can look at them?
Yeah, I'll do it right now.
How many colors you got? Just white?
No, it's multiple colors. You can choose what color you want.
I need to order too. I haven't done it.
But Anthony, can I say something right quick?
Go ahead, love.
I just feel like it's just a lot of hurt that is taking place within that group.
Mm-hmm.
You know, with Love and Marriage Detroit. I mean, I feel like there's genuine love there, but it's just a lot of hurt.
Yeah. But you know that show is built. It's like it's about communication.
Yes,
it's
absolutely.
Like we can literally pinpoint what it is with its communication.
Yes,
like it's so like if we, I know we always compare it to the other franchises or whatever, but this is like the easiest reality show where we can just look and be like, okay, that's y'all problem. Y'all not talking to each other. Exactly. But when it comes to Huntsville, baby, y'all not listening. One person want to be in charge. I don't want them to know this, right? Like it's too much.
But
much mess.
Anthony, because you know the other side of reality TV. Like I could never let somebody that I've just met tell me about my friend that I've known for 3-5 years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I understand how they let something as minute as a collaboration blow this up so bad to where it makes me think that there was something else going on.
Hold on, y'all. Exactly. Auntie Michelle, you said your T-shirt should be delivered soon. Yours actually say it was already delivered. It say it was delivered September the 2nd at 9:10, love. You might want to check and see if somebody picked that up.
Somebody got that on.
Lord have mercy.
And they get beat down every time I see them in it. I tear it off of them if I pay for it. I fight.
But ain't what you do now.
Yeah, but I mean, but between Christina and Kobe, I mean, it's just genuine, and even between the fellas, it's just genuine love there. It's just like you said, a lack of communication. Like I feel like the misunderstanding between Kobe and Christina, if they had have actually just come together and actually heard each other's side of what was going on, that could have been resolved without all of that going on and investing in the way that it was.
No, I don't think
I
so.
think it's outside noise.
Me either.
No, I don't think so. Because when you look at Kobe, not to cut anybody off, when you look at Kobe genuinely have an issue. Kobe feel that she is all that and a bag of chips with a misplaced eyebrow.
Yeah,
you understand what I'm saying? Kobe is the friend that, this is my opinion, watching her on the show from the time it started. Kobe is the friend who is walking and hugging you and stabbing you in your back and asking you, are you okay? And you's like, oh my God, I'm in pain. And she's like, really? Really? But I'm not seeing anything. That is what I think, because somebody cannot just come. A Johnny come lately who do not know what role she is playing. You understand what I'm saying? For the world on the outside, she know what role she play on the inside, but she do not know how to function on the outside. Right?
I agree with you on that as well, Auntie, because it's kind of like in a sense that Kobe felt like she should have been in on what it was that Christina was doing. Like she should have been riding her coattail on what she had already had established.
Yeah,
she feel like she has it because Carlos. Oh, go ahead, Blessing.
Yeah, check when Carlos asked who had more followers. Me.
I was just about to say that.
Bitch, Go and scratch somewhere. You understand what I'm saying? Go and scratch somewhere. Please sit down. You need to go to the back of the church. You don't need to be in the front.
But you know what got me with Kobe was she didn't invite Christine to the party.
Right.
Now, I'm just the type of person. If you don't invite me somewhere, I don't care if it's your birthday, your anniversary, your whatever. Don't expect a phone call from me.
That part. Right. But
don't
then,
expect me to call you and say, happy birthday. Don't expect and get a clear understanding. I'm not angry with you. That was your birthday, sweetheart. You wanted who you wanted at your birthday. Before I tell you, it'll be your birthday again.
Right.
Right.
And you're gonna be doubly hurt. When she got upset because this when she really lost me. When she wanted that woman to call her. Oh no, she haven't called me for my birthday yet. But you didn't invite her to the birthday party. So what do you want from her? She didn't call you, she did not give you a gift. So suck it up, roast it, do whatever you're gonna do. It was not gonna happen. And then and it's like Latoya just egged that on, that on.
I agree with that, Auntie.
So for me, Kobe is a little bit entitled.
Yeah,
she is very entitled.
Very much.
What she
Very
lost
much
me
entitled.
was when
she
sat
thinks she's
there.
the best thing in sliced bread.
Yeah.
Right.
And Russell, he looked at like Keith Sweat up there on that stage. I understand it was their first reunion and they should have Googled past reunions or something. They should have did something because all of them, everything that they were saying was expected. I expected everything that they said. They didn't give me nothing that was saying, oh, I'm surprised. I didn't get that. None of that. Because all the questions that were the questions I thought he would ask.
Yeah, you're right.
The only thing they need to do is for the next reunion, each and every one of them need to get a new makeup artist because I love my complexion because I'm like 1 minute past midnight and I'm proud of that complexion. I wear it with a badge of honor. But their makeup artists making all of them look like blackface? No, they're a different shade of black. Let us appreciate it. But no, and what was Christina here? Christina here looked like a wig that I trying to resuscitate for the year since year one.
I wish you would tell them people in the Bahamas that.
Looking like Chucky.
You understand? So it's like, no, they need to, you understand what I'm saying? So I don't know what the second half going to look like because what else they have to say?
They're going to get into that whole showcase mess for Anthony to deflect again.
Right.
I find somebody, with all due respect to everybody, somebody should walk with a care pack for Anthony. It must have, heavy flow, light flow, tampon for when he going swimming. You understand what I'm saying?
Child, he was sitting over there with them legs crossed, looking like a stuffed chicken, honey. He looked like a kept woman over there in that corner.
Don't get me wrong, Brandon looked like he was about to pop out that vest too.
Okay.
I'm like, baby, he looks stuffed right down
like he had a butt. I said, what is that around his waist?
Brandon, I was about to say, Brandon, get that back to Jamie Tyler, please. Give it back to
Brandon was one chicken wing away from busting out that vest.
What you saying?
It's like, come on. I don't know what happened to them with the reunion, but ladies and everybody, Anthony, Jesus Christ, you keep having my pacemaker working overtime because I keep going back to, you understand, Instagram then and Googling at them picture having my glasses fogging up. So I have class in the morning.
So like for real.
I ain't know if it was churches or Popeyes.
Right. go back and do some. I have to submit 2 papers, one before 12:59 and one before 11:59, and I'm almost finished with that one. I love you guys. So if you're not seeing me, class start back, and I'm a pensioner in college, and understanding all these papers that you have to write, and I type on 2 speed, slow and stop. I didn't learn ASDF semicolon LKJ, so I do not know how to click. So I go tack, 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 tack. So I just
Oh wow! I think I probably type about 100 words a minute.
What?
Yeah, I type very fast.
I don't type 10 words in a minute, please.
The highest I did was like 70 something, almost 80.
Oh yeah. I don't even remember. That's how long it's been for me.
Look, I just do it.
Yesterday on CNN had a documentary with how we name
Babla.
Yeah.
Oh, with about Little Richard. Yeah.
Little Richard. I was like, wait, I never know he was an Anthony too. That sometimes he didn't know what team he was playing on. I just thought that he was flamboyant, in the way how he dressed. But I didn't realize that he didn't know what team he was playing on at times. I was like, wow.
He knew.
He definitely knew.
Yeah,
hey guys, real quick, I wanted to ask, did you guys hear about this article that was written?
At MSN?
Yes.
I didn't read it, but yeah.
A national article too, Anthony.
What's that about, MSN?
About Marital?
Revenge P.
But what that article was saying, that article was dead on.
It was,
and whoever wrote that, yes, that right. Yeah.
Just need to go to jail, and Mel just needs to go and take him to court, and he need to go to jail and just let it rest.
No, if that is the case, I love how Karma going, let it go slow. That you understand, Mel, because at the end of the day, Mel gotta be careful and hear what listen to me, please, before anybody jump down my throat. Because when you see you have children, you gotta be careful at certain things what you do with their father. You gotta let nature and let society and thing, because watch me, that same pastor, when they catch him behind the church and he wasn't watching and blessing the pankalang, he was literally touching him. That's my ex-husband. They dethroned him, put him out to the church, and he bring himself to open shame. So now after everybody who was crucifying me, oh, Sister Bernadette, oh, I'm sorry. So let God take a control of that. So I don't want Mel to do anything, because you see how Bravo bringing it up instead of Carlos King. Now they have no thing about it. So when it gets out there, he and his side piece, they're going to be wearing silver bracelet.
And I understand that. I understand that wholeheartedly. But Mel has had to endure enough. The public shame of what he's done. He's had a baby on her and all of that. And then for him to do something illegal with Coleslaw, doing it with him, it's enough is enough. Like, how much more should a person have to endure?
She ain't going to be the last. She ain't the first, and she ain't going to be the last. I'm older than have been through all of that. And at that time, you understand what I'm saying, was the tape, it didn't have the video, but it had the tape wherever. You understand what I'm saying? And my kids are in their 30s. You understand? Some of them hear about it and some just don't want to be bothered. But at the end of the day, they view their father, their relationship with their father. I tell them, nope, all you're grown, make all your own decision.
Yeah, so, and I get that. With the kids and all of that. But, they're going to see, how their father is. But as far as Mel protecting herself and doing what she needs to do to protect herself legally, I agree wholeheartedly of what it is that she's doing. And whatever he and Coleslaw got coming to him, that's just what they got coming to him.
Look, did you put Bravo up there?
Yeah, all right, y'all. So we are past an hour and a half, and I got to go put these meds in before they get down for the night.
My love, thank you, everybody. Good night.
Good night.
I will see you all tomorrow night at 7:30, so we can talk about this bop bop video. Good night, everyone, and talk to y'all tomorrow.
I just ordered my shirt.
Let me go order mine.
Yeah, I'm going to order mine too. Love y'all.
I did the
Love y'all.
same
See you
thing.
tomorrow.
Bye.
All right. Bye, y'all.
All right, good night.
Good night. All right, everyone. Thank y'all for coming up. I hope y'all have a good night, and I will see you all tomorrow at 7:30 Central Time, so we can talk about Bop Lop Boo Bop, and that will be tomorrow at 7:30 Central Time. Look forward to seeing you all. Good night.